Why do I want to be an associate trainer? There are so many reasons that I can think of why I believe I am the perfect candidate to be an associate trainer and know this is the perfect role for me. To begin, I'd really like to start by saying it's a challenging role. It's fast paced and allows me to grow in the workplace, and something that I haven't been able to experience in a long time. Um, Recently, I had a representative I was working with individually. He goes by the name of Adam. And a lot of other leadership that I was working with complained that they had difficulty being able to get through to him and see improvement in his everyday to day. So I sat down with Adam, and he really provided the same type of obstacles to me. He pushed back on a lot of the feedback. He pushed back a lot of the learning material. And it taught me to not get frustrated, to always remain focused and find new ways to convey information and create a better learning experience. I honestly can't thank Adam enough. I know in the back of his mind he might believe he was a very difficult learner. At the end of the training, I remember him coming up to me and apologizing. And I let him know, hey, you were a wonderful learner, and you made me better every single day. He taught me how to really adapt to everyone. Is not there's not a single learning type that everybody's going to be fit in. We're all going to be different, and it's something that I always tie back to Trainer University, as we learned how to implement some of the adult learning behaviors and stick to the key principles, all 14 principles. Just understanding that, even though Adam might push back at that information, he really wants to learn, he wants to excel and be successful in his future role. And I think, as he did successfully graduate, he's going to definitely meet that goal. And I hope to see him stick with the company for quite some time. With experiences like this, I can see myself develop and continue pursuing, the learning development industry or role with T-Mobile. I just have a natural passion to teach and learn, and I think that I have a unique ability to inspire others, not just develop others, but inspire them and create enthusiasm in their work and get them to show up every single day. It's something that I personally wake up to every morning motivated to do. And that's definitely some of the main reasons why I think I will be the perfect candidate for trainer assistant or associate trainer. What do I believe are some important behaviors that we need to demonstrate when interacting with new hire or existing reps in a training capacity? There are many. For starters, just basic things like being prepared, showing up early and on time, essentially leading by example. L&D definitely has a professional image, so it's important that we dress for success and maintain the highest degree of professionalism and create a risk-free environment that everybody feels welcomed by. It's important to also, instill our 14 principles that we do have, and treat every learner the same, give them the opportunity to try and develop, even be heard, and let them attempt to try and develop you and recognize the experience that they bring to the table. Whether new or old, it's very important that, as the teacher, we know what we're talking about and can bring knowledge and expertise to the table. And that's definitely something that I believe I, instill and do on a day to day. I also believe it's incredibly important, as behaviors that we instill our T-Mobile values, of how we play, and always put our front line first. Throw ourselves in front of everything, or fall on the sword, if you will, in order to make ourselves better and look to, correct or get feedback at every turn and opportunity. We need to be positive and have a cheerish attitude when we show up to work, as we want to, cast a shadow out to the other learners, and not just learners, even the other leadership that we're working with on a day to day. And ultimately, if you combine all of these together, it's going to be the core behaviors that are going to make you successful in any role, not just a trainer assistant or associate trainer, but these personally are something that I execute every single day. I think I offer many qualifications for the current role. as I've been able to successfully fulfill my duties as an interim associate trainer. In addition to that, I've been able to complete the Trainer University program offered by the company, teaching me how to further develop what I was already able to bring to the table as a great learner and enhancer. And now I have the ability to, further my understanding with the 14 principles that we were taught, in addition to adapting to the many different learning behaviors and styles. I've been able to add that to my previous experience through education. I've taken several courses in order to make me a more successful business person, such as personal dimensions of education, as well as interpersonal communication. They were invaluable courses and have definitely allowed me to be successful in my current role. I think the most important thing I want to highlight is I've been able to take all of this experience and knowledge and bring it into a live environment, as I've currently worked with several of the classes that have graduated through T-Mobile's training program. The new hires have offered me the opportunity to provide development and give feedback, not just simple feedback that everyone can benefit from, but tailor feedback to each individual and make sure that they're able to identify areas of opportunity and really pull out or highlight their personal strengths and drive performance success. I have great attendance. I believe that's an important thing to bring up, as I show up every single day. I'm a very reliable worker, and there's always constant communication if there's ever going to be a lapse in that attendance. I have great history through my coaches as well as my team of being successful and fulfilling my duties as a representative. I was top of the company several different times, fulfilling number 4, number 5, 25th, as well as 16th in the last 6 months before I entered the role of interim associate trainer. There's no doubt in my mind that I am prepared for this role and ready to be successful working in the L&D department. I think I'm a perfect candidate for the role, as I have an ability to connect with virtually anybody that I work with throughout the company. I've established a great reputation with L&D leadership, as well as local operation leadership and representatives on the floor. I'm known as somebody who has great experience and is an expert in anything that they are working with, and I know how to get the answer for any reason I do not know it. What I bring to the table is versatility. I'm able to pick up information in a quick, rapid fashion, and most importantly, I'm able to take in feedback openly and work to quickly implement it. I'm focused on driving performance success for the department, and I know that each of the individuals on my team have great communication working with me and have had positive reception, and we've been able to successfully continue this on for months at a time. My versatility allows me to, bounce from area to area or from department to department and make sure I'm a reliable asset to any of the leadership that I'm currently working for, and even sometimes step into the role as the leader, working with the teams and being able to make sure that we get the results that we're looking for. Currently, my biggest achievement for the company is landing the position of interim associate trainer. I've always had a dream of working in the training or learning development department, and I knew when I first stepped into T-Mobile, a company as great as this, within week 1, I wanted to work inside of that department. I've essentially met that goal, and I've been able to continue on forward, and the biggest achievement is not just getting that role, but getting the feedback from that role. I've recently had the privilege of receiving an email containing feedback from many of the individuals that I've personally worked with to develop and prepare for their new hire experience on the floor, and it was extremely positive. Every day I wake up motivated to brighten someone's day and make sure that they can show up to work and have an enjoyable experience. And based on my feedback, I think I've done a great job at doing that, and I'm going to go ahead and continue doing that as we move forward. In regards to being asked to work any type of hours during the center being open, I am open to any point in time. I can work from 12 in the morning until 12 at night. My goal is to be as flexible for the department as possible. I'd be willing to work after hours, overtime, or even off-site operations if necessary. If there are any issues with me getting to work or problems with my schedule, it would immediately be communicated to my leadership, but they can ensure that I will be as flexible as needed in order for us to be successful. Once again, my name is Marcus Obie, and thank you so much for taking the time to review my video and check out my responses to the questions. If there's anything further that's needed from me, feel free to contact me at any of the resources on my resume or cover letter, and have yourself a wonderful day.